Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I did this build on a lot in Evergreen Harbor. I ended up doing 3 townhouses on this lot with a let's play in mind. You can see I already have the family made on the lot. I made one house for a family of 4, that's the one with the pool in the back. I made the one on the right side for a family of 3, and then the one in the middle is for a single sim. I swear, me trying to figure out stairs in this game is a struggle. They never turn how I want them to the first time. So at first I ended up raising all the houses to put them on a foundation. You'll see later on that I end up undoing it. I didn't like how it worked out. I also tried to make these match the other buildings in the area, and I noticed that the other buildings were not really on a foundation. Because this middle townhouse only has 1 story, I ended up adding a skylight in, because I figured it would add a little something since the other 2 had 2 stories. With the skylight, I ended up changing my mind where I wanted it to be so much. I ended up just cutting that out of the video because no one needs to see that amount of struggle that I went to for something so ridiculously simple. So I started out by painting the houses this color. I ended up later on going back and changing the exterior color of the roofs and the siding, but I don't think I ended up recording that part. I just wanted the neighborhood to be more cohesive. With the houses this close when I was placing the windows, I mean, even though it's Sims, I still kept in mind that like you wouldn't want your neighbor's window directly across from yours because that's a severe invasion of privacy. This is me deciding I hated the foundation. Yeah, like the house next door to it, you can see it's just on that like 1 bump up. I was like, yeah, that looks a lot better. So this middle house, like I said, I made this with the Let's Play in mind. This is going to be the only house I play, is the single sim, so I definitely took more care with the interior of this building. The camera angles were a little weird because I had to go in between the 2 other houses, but you'll see when I get to the other 2, my decorating style for those was really just basic. I needed to get stuff for them to do in the house rather than make it look great. When I do houses, I always start with the kitchen, and I don't know if this is why, but my kitchens always end up being the most decorated room in the house. Maybe it's because I get bored, who knows. But I always add the most clutter in them, the most pictures in them. But I guess if you think of your real life house, you do have the most clutter in your kitchen. At least I do. Maybe it's because you're in there the most. You have the most gadgets and whatever. I did try to use a lot of stuff from Eco Lifestyle and Tidy Living in these builds. I just thought it made sense considering the neighborhood it's in. I did also use some custom content. I try not to do that in builds, especially when I know I'm going to be uploading them to the gallery, but it just worked. It's only decorative stuff, so if you don't like it... Oh, and the beds. So if you happen to download this off the gallery, you can always just replace the pictures and the beds pretty easy. I realized there wasn't really room for a sink in this tiny kitchen, so I just threw a dishwasher in there. I mean, there's a sink in the bathroom, but this'll make it easier. I wish when you were looking for clutter items, you could almost categorize it, like even if we had to make our own. Because if you're in the room build and you go to decorations in the kitchen, like they don't have all the kitchen stuff. So I hate having to scroll through all of them to find it. I wish we could make our own categories, like, hey, these are kitchen decorations, these are bedroom decorations, you know? That would be so much easier. Sims team, can we do that? I loved the idea of a huge mirror in this house in the hallway, especially because the house is so small. I feel like it just opened it up so much. I decided to not put a computer in this house because I know I'm going to put this girl into the civic designer career, so I don't know, I kind of wanted her to struggle a little bit. You'll also see I didn't put anything in her backyard because I wanted her to be able to put like the green living stuff in there, the solar panels, water collector, all that good stuff. This new furniture from the Paranormal pack, I am obsessed with. I think I've used it in every single build I've done since this pack was released. To me, the set just looks the most realistic to me. Like it's furniture you would actually go into a house and see. Maybe not the desk or the shelf, but all the other pieces. The plants that come in the Paranormal pack too, oh my gosh, they're so cute. The hanging plant, the little bottles that they come in, I love them. I really wanted the interior of this house to scream like a green living lovers. That's why there's so many plants inside this house. This bed is a custom content bed. I ended up getting rid of this custom content pack since then and replaced it with another one. If I can find the creators, I'll link them in the description box below. But like I said, this bed I've since gotten rid of. But I'll link the pack that I did use down below. This is now the house for the family of 4. I changed the color scheme in this one. The middle house is pretty neutral, some pastel colors. This one I wanted like that deep blue accent color. And you can tell when I do this house that I didn't really focus too much on decorating or clutter. It's really just a house because I'm going to have these Sims on full autonomy, so they just need stuff to do. Have I mentioned I love the new furniture? Because I love the new furniture. And all the swatches just go so nicely with each other. My OCD kicking in, realizing the tables aren't perfectly symmetrical. The ability to size things up and down in this game, I think just makes items so much more usable. Especially with paintings. I feel like all the paintings in this game are unnecessarily large, so being able to size them down I think works great. I like how I say I didn't decorate this house and then you see me decorating the house. So this custom content creator is the one I use the most. It's the one that I have all my custom content beds and paintings from. So like I said, I'm definitely going to link them down below. I just put a lot of stuff in this house just so the Sims would be occupied, and this house is going to have a child and a teen, so I included items for both. do have to say, I like the color story of this master bedroom, the like gray and almost mint blue, I guess you'd call it. And then this is the last house with a family of 3, mom, dad, and teen. This house I went through and tried to use mostly the eco lifestyle items. I did go into debug to get some of the fabricated items as well. And this house's color scheme, the like olive green and brown, is so ugly, but it worked. And I kept all the main living area walls just white because I feel like when you have a townhouse, that's what you have. Every townhouse I've been in, everyone I've lived in has always just had those stark white walls. Even the kitchen, like the brown and green, it's so ugly. The mother in this house is in the athletic career, so you'll see I put fitness stuff in this house as well. For the outside of the houses, I did use a mix of debug and in-game landscaping. I really wasn't worried about the money, but I like the debug items better sometimes. I think we have a lot more options with those. It probably would have been better for me to cheat the seasons and not do this during winter time, but I just wasn't that smart, I guess. We'll see during the summer and winter what color all these plants end up actually looking like. It'll be like a rainbow outside. Aside from the landscaping, I did, like I said, just keep this backyard empty, because filling this will be part of the actual gameplay for this household. Doing houses with a family or a play in mind, I don't know, sometimes it makes it a lot easier and sometimes it makes it so much harder. This made it easier because I knew exactly what I was going for in each house. So this is what the finished house looks like. Like I said, it's in the gallery. It does have custom content, but just decorative stuff, easy to replace, and then some screenshots. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks. Bye.